Mr. Wade, how are
You look sharp.
Just another outfit for the day. um, when you first signed here, I know you had some expectations as to what was going to happen. Between then and now, has your expectations and your level of happiness with what you see gone up because of the prospects of what could happen for this season for your hometown team?
Yeah, obviously my expectation has went up just by being in the gym with these guys, and I think it's more so just really, excited to see the young players, man. We got a lot of young players on this team. We got some good young talent and guys who seem very eager to learn. And for a guy like me and Rondo coming here, I think we're excited about that. So expectations obviously is higher than when you sign them in July as we get closer to training camp. But still, a lot of ways to go with that. But yes, I'm excited about our young players.
Dwyane, how strange does it feel to be wearing a jersey that's not a Heat jersey?
It's really not the jersey. It's the same material, so it feels the same. It's more so just a different environment. Obviously I was somewhere for so long, I knew where to go. I can walk backwards and get everywhere. So it's just different, but, different is not a bad thing. So it's been cool. Like I said, I'm like the new kid in class, and I got to find my one friend to talk to before I get more friends. But I'm figuring it all out. So like I said, I'm happy to be here. And at this time of my career, this is where I want to be. That's why I'm here.
Dwyane, recall the first time you ever thought that you could be on the Bulls, where there was playing the driveway somewhere.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
1991, when the Bulls won their first championship. I was like, oh, yeah, I can do that. I could be over there with those guys. And I went right to my backyard, and rain, sleet, or snow, it didn't matter, to try to, emulate or imitate, the things that my favorite players was doing. So, that's where at 9 years old, that's where my vision started to not only play in the NBA, but, to play with the Bulls one day.
Dwyane, obviously right now with what's going on with the NFL with Colin Kaepernick and sort of what he started, do you feel any pressure? What is your opinion on that? Do you see NBA players following in that or doing something different of their own to show how they feel about the way things are going right now?
I don't know. I don't really have a pulse of what NBA players are thinking when it comes to this. I mean, I think, as I said before, I think it's great. I mean, I'm one of the athletes who stood on stage at the ESPYs and asked athletes to use their voice, call to action athletes to stand up. So, I think it's great that when you see an athlete use his voice, it's something that he believes in. And the one thing I'm thankful for is that, I've been educated. I think Kaepernick educated a lot of us on things that we didn't know, things we wasn't aware of. But, for me, and I think, for guys in the city, from what I've seen, we have a different kind of battle here in Chicago, a different focus. And that's what my focus is on. My focus is on this city and what am I capable of doing to help, help our youth in this city in a bigger way. So that's where my focus is. But, I think what he's doing is great because it's what he wants to do, it's what he believes in. And he's using his voice, for that cause.
Dwyane, obviously some very unfortunate news about Chris Bosh. Wondering if you've had a chance to speak with him and just your overall thoughts on his future and what's going on with him.
Yeah, man. Chris is one of my best friends. So I talk to Chris all the time. And this news, about basketball was unfortunate. And it was not nothing that he wanted to hear, I'm sure, and nothing I wanted to hear for him. And no one that loves Chris or around him. So, this is it's another bump in the road in life, that from a basketball standpoint, Chris Bosh will figure out, what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. But as his friend, I'm happy for him that, his quality of life and his everyday is good. And that's not a concern. I see him all the time as a father. I'll be around him when he's around his kids. I see him as a husband all the time, and that's what I cheer about. That's what I'm happy about, that he continues to do that. But this is, of course, tough, on him. But off the court to me is what's more important right now. Basketball, Chris will take care of that and make his decision on what he wants to do from that standpoint. But I'm happy for him that his quality of life hasn't changed.
Dwyane, to the Chris Bosh point, obviously, his health is, an issue or whatever, but he still wants to compete. Can you speak to that? Just being faced with, something like you had your knee injury, you still want to compete, but your body doesn't let you. Like, how do you mentally adjust to that?
Well, when you love something, when you've been doing it your whole life, when you dream about it all the time, when that's the thing that has made you walk taller, that's the thing that, has put your family in a position that is in to live a great life. When that's the thing that you're one of the best in the world at, I mean, that thought of playing basketball is not going to go away anytime soon, if ever. Just because a player retired doesn't mean he doesn't think about playing basketball again. Like I said, I've had many conversations with Chris. And my focus with him has been, hey, man, you focus on your health, you focus on your family, you focus on your loved ones, and, everything else will take care of itself. So I think for Chris, man, just talking to him, this is a bump in the road for him in life. He's 31 years old. He has a long life to live. And, hopefully one day he's able to get back on a basketball court. I mean, in a perfect world. But if not, for me, I'm just happy that, we able to be friends and enjoy life, as friends and see him being healthy in that way, So, but it hurts me to hear the news, obviously. I was looking forward to him being back on the court just like I was last season. I was looking forward to playing against him on November 10th. But, that's not happening. But I look forward to, when this press conference is over, seeing a text from him and communicating with him and talking to him.
Dwyane, what kind of team defensively can this be? What do you think you guys can do to really get this, get you guys in transition and kind of do the things Fred they weren't able to do last year?
Well, I think a lot of people always talk about the offensive side of the ball, right? Talk about, a team when they have players, when they say ball-dominant players, they say they need to play together. They need to share the ball. It's the same thing on defense. You have to play together. You have to share the defensive excitements. This is not a one-on-one sport. This is a team sport. So, our goal going into training camp is to get on one accord defensively. It's all about helping each other out. You pull triggers to help your guys out. We protect each other. And if we have that same mindset, and it's not a individual mindset, it's not my man is not going to score mindset, we'll be a better team just from that. And then as time goes, as you start to learn it, how to play the defense better that coaches put out there, you'll become even better. So, being a good defensive team is being a good rebounding team, So we have to take care of that side. When the ball goes, we got guys who can rebound the basketball at their positions that has done a good job of it. So we want to make sure that that's a focal point as well. That's it. Thank you.